who's actually going to get the most out of a 350W moving head beam light, who can safely walk away, and does the price make sense for the average DJ or small venue promoter? Those are the 3 questions that keep most people up at night before they click Add to Cart. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. In this video I'm going to walk through the practical side of the ANTAKIPRO moving head beam, the moments when it shines, and the situations where you might end up paying for features you'll never use. First off, the hesitation most buyers feel isn't about the power rating or the number of Gobos, it's about fitting a 350W fixture into a real-world workflow. If you've ever tried to set up a club-size light on a modest 20 amp circuit, you know the nightmare of tripping breakers or having to rent a separate generator. The ANTAKIPRO claims a durable pro event design, which translates into a fairly sturdy steel housing and a decent heatsink, but it still draws enough current that you need to confirm your venue's power budget. For a mobile DJ who runs off a single 15 amp outlet, that could mean needing an extra power strip or a small UPS, adding hidden cost and setup time. Now, let's talk about the everyday use case that most people care about: a house party, a bar's weekend night, or a small regional concert. In those scenarios you're looking for a light that can both draw attention and be programmed quickly. The beam's built-in zoom lets you swing from a tight spotlight on a vocalist to a wide wash that covers a dance floor, all without swapping lenses. I tested that zoom range during a local band's rehearsal. Moving from a 15-degree narrow spot to about 30-degree flood took less than 2 seconds via the DMX controller. That speed is a real win when you're trying to keep the vibe alive and you don't have a full lighting crew. The Gobos and Prism functions are where the versatile performance control claim becomes noticeable. The unit ships with 3 static Gobos: a star, a circle and a simple grid, plus a rotating prism that can split the beam into multiple colors without needing a separate color wheel. In a bar setting, I used the star Gobo for a quick nightclub look during a happy hour promotion. The effect was bright enough that even the back wall lit up, creating a lively backdrop without a separate wash light. However, if you're a professional lighting designer who expects a library of 10+ custom Gobos or precise color mixing via CMY chips, you'll find the selection limiting. The Prism gives you color splits, but you can't fine-tune saturation the way you would with a dedicated RGBW LED module. So the strength lies in quick visual impact, not in nuanced color grading. One of the hidden trade-offs is the DMX implementation. The ANTAKIPRO uses a standard 3-pin DMX input and supports basic address setting, but there's no built-in Wi-Fi or Bluetooth control. For a hobbyist who wants to run the light from a phone app, that means an extra dongle or a separate DMX to USB interface. In my test, connecting the fixture to a basic NTEC Open DMX USB controller took about 5 minutes, not a huge hurdle, but it's a step you need to plan for. For a venue that already has a DMX console, the integration is seamless. For a solo DJ who relies on software like Light Jams, you'll have to invest in that extra hardware. Durability is another practical point. The chassis feels solid, and the fan noise is surprisingly low for a 350W unit. It stayed under 35 dB at full output, which is barely noticeable over a typical club's music. The fan does kick in after about 10 minutes of continuous use, which is normal for LED fixtures, but if you're planning marathon festival sets lasting 3 or 4 hours, you'll want to schedule short breaks or have a backup fixture. In the field, the only complaint I've heard from other users is that the built-in lens can collect dust when the fixture sits idle for weeks, so a quick wipe with a microfiber cloth keeps the output crisp. Now, who should definitely buy this? If you're a mobile DJ who already owns a basic DMX controller, run regular gigs at bars, clubs, or private events, and need a single fixture that can both scan and wash a modest space, the ANTAKIPRO moving head is a solid match. Its power level is enough to punch through ambient light in a medium-sized room, and the built-in Gobos give you instant visual variety without buying extra accessories. It's also a good entry point for small production companies that need a reliable beam for corporate events. You can program simple scenes and have the beam do the heavy lifting while you focus on audio. Who should skip it? If you're a high-end concert lighting designer who expects 1000W fixtures, a full palette of custom Gobos, and networked ArtNet control, this unit will feel like a toy. The limited Gobos selection, lack of built-in wireless control, and